Howdy folks, it's Alter earlier and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. The sim says that we're 71% done with the Cuba bush trip. So that means in this video we're going to finish penultimate legs. Let's get going. And there's a reminder of the path we've taken from start to finish. We're doing the last few zigzags there and we will be done. So let's enjoy this. It's been wonderful so far. And like usual, we're on the runway, but cold and dark, so we'll get started in a minute. I just want to look around. Remind us all where we are, because it has been a few days. We crossed over this bay and then landed here. And one tall building in the middle. A few more over there. So it looks beautiful, looks wonderful. Forest on one side, mountains in the background. We went around that mountain. And then plains in the city on that side. So let's jump inside, get this started up. I'm using my switch panel and my multi-panel and my switch panel. Yeah, I said that right. Switches first. Fuel boost. What else do we want? Strobe, because we're going to start up. Conditioners, props forward, and starter on, and ignition on. And it takes a moment, but that's okay. So I'm excited to complete these last two legs with you. However, it's going to be sad. This is a nice bush trip. It's definitely in the easy category, or beginner category. But fine with me. Not too bad. So come down here, turn on avionics master, fuel pump is already on, P2 can come on. Landing lights on and all lights on now because we're already on the runway. So while that's loading up, let's read about where we're going here. Quick leg. Lift off from the airport and set a course to the northwest, pass over a small village of Venta del Rio, and sight the Dimuji Reservoir located at the end of the bay. And why is that icon in the middle? Because it's not done yet. You might have to set up the GPS to go to the right place, though. So there's a reservoir right there, 10 nautical miles away or so. After that, we're going to adjust course, heading over the reservoir, fly over agricultural fields, which is by the light green, to a line of forest, which is this part here, and then the town of Aguada de Pasajeros, located along the motorway. So reservoir and the town, and what's after that? Parallel the general course of the Southern Circuit Highway, pass through the east of the small town of Almerias, and then fly over the Calimente. There's a location of the Battle of Calimente, which took place in 1959 during the Cuban War of Independence. And then we land at the Aeropuerto de Colón, town of Colón, and the Colón Airport located at the south side of town. So reservoir, big town, small town, and that's it for this leg. Because it's a short one. So are we ready? We are ready. We do need to get GPS fixed though. Where are we? We're at MUCF. So we go, whoopsies. Gotta do this. And find MUCF. Because whenever you leave the sim and come back, it forgets where you were. So we're getting there. Come on. There we go. POI 32. And activate and get out of there. And now it'll fly to the right place. So let's put this on GPS. Alright, now let's get autopilot set up. I think we can hang on at 2,800 feet. It's pretty low to the ground, but then we can see stuff. So if we look to the right on the primary flight display, the PFD, you'll see that I'm changing things. 2,800 vertical speed. And you notice on my multi-panel will go up 1,100 feet per minute. And we will use nav for GPS. Simple enough. No wind data yet. Flaps down 1. And there we go. I don't think we need to fill up on fuel. Yeah, we should. We got 2 legs left. Alright, penultimate leg. Pretty straightforward. I assume you all know what's going on. Since this is not the first video of the series, I'm not going to repeat what I talked about in the other legs about how we're starting up, how we're doing sightseeing, how we're navigating. We've all covered that already many times over. So let's get rolling on the highway. And then we'll get in the air here. And it's going to take itself off really early. Okay. Is there some crazy wind behind us or something? There is. It literally pushed us down and up. Like pushed the back down and made us go up, even though it's way too soon to take off. Let's trim this thing down. Good grief. Autopilot engaged. Yes? Yes. There's the main highway. We're going to follow that to the reservoir in the next town. That's looking beautiful. And let's have a look. Flaps are already up, of course. There's the bay. There's the big mountain we went around. That said, go 3,000 feet. But no, we had to go to 5,200 to get over that. Anyway. Anywho, I don't usually trust the elevation stated in the sim for that reason. Yeah, there we go. There's the big town right there. Let's put the toys away, hop inside, look out the window. And as soon as our co-pilot is done talking to us about stuff we already know, because this I think is like our 50th bush trip, we're close to it. I'll count how many bush trips and put it at the bottom of the screen right now which bush trip this is. I think we're pretty close to 50. We've done them all. I don't know anybody else who's doing them all on YouTube. So there you go. So make sure you hit the like button so people know we're doing this. Anywho, there is the bay and the big city and getting away from the forests. So we're going to let the crap load. We talked about why it gets jittery like this, and now my computer's the servers. It was terrible for a couple months and then good for a couple months, and now it's kind of questionable again, but it's smoothing out. Not too much of a trouble like it was before. Alrighty, reservoir and then 2 towns and we'll land already. So I'm just going to fly this thing and give you sightseeing. And unless something crazy happens in between, I won't talk to you until we're ready to approach the airports, or at least get our weather for the airport. Then we know where to approach it from. But I'll see you in a little bit. And the airport is 2 minutes away. I must say the most difficult part of this little leg was not overspeeding. Every time the wind would change, because it's so strong, it just shoot us up to overspeed. So that was really tricky, but enjoy a few views together here. And then we'll look at the airport, get airport information. Oh, such beautiful scenery. Look at this. This is like 9.5 out of 10. It is. It's amazing. Oh, something just made us float up a little bit. Check us out at the forests and the trees. You know how flat it is. You can see the ocean and the bay over there. Can you see the ocean on this side? Oh, yes, you can. It's right there in front of us. Okay. Let's see. What is it? Charlie Oscar. Let's look at Charlie Oscar while we keep an eye on our speed here. Charlie Oscar. No weather to report. Okay, fine. And our first 4 legs or something, every airport had weather. Now none of them do, so we'll deal with it. Alright, I don't see the airport yet, even though it's like seconds away. We have a tailwind, so we'll come around to the other side. And hopefully the wind doesn't change as we get closer to the ground. Do we see a runway very close to our nose? It's just a little asphalt strip. That's all it is. And runway orientation is perpendicular to us, yeah. So we should be steering at it crosswise. Okay, there's water there. Where is it in relation to the water? Oh, it's really close to the water. Oh, I see it. It's right here. Alrighty, turn off autopilot. Come on down. And we're going to go over the city and land from the city. And there goes the airport right under the dash. Okay, wheels are always down because the gear's fixed, so we just need flaps and manage speed. And manage a potential very strong crosswind landing. I say potential because sometimes the winds change when we get close to the ground. Okie dokie, let's go around the city here and enjoy the landing. No ATC. Here's our base leg, first set of flaps. And it's getting jittery again, trying to load stuff. Bummer too, because like I said, in the last several legs, it's been really smooth for a couple months when you're streaming stuff. You know, you stream stuff from the cloud to fill in what's not on the client side. And for a couple months there, it was so bad that you go anywhere, even somewhere rural, and it would just drag and jitters and everything. And then it was really, really good for a couple months. And now it's been jittery the past like 5 days. So hopefully it's temporary. Full flap now. I'm really concerned because flights in 2024 is going to have very, very little on your computer. It's almost all going to reside in the cloud. So if things get jittery streaming for this sim, what's going to happen when you got millions, literal millions of people streaming in the next sim? We will have to see. Beautiful, nearly authentic autogen. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. I love that grid system. Alright. Turning on to final as things try to load for us. Obviously this isn't a graphics heavy area, so we shouldn't be having computer issues. It's just sim issues. Coming down nice and calm. What's the wind like? Well, it's still what it said in the air, so hopefully it remains this way all the way to touchdown, because this we should be able to manage.
500.
And we're going to come in now, check out that baseball field. That's really cool. Alright, crosswind landing, left wing down, right rudder, left main hits first, then right main, then nose wheel. Do not grease the crosswind landing, you can skid and roll over. So you want a firm touchdown. And it's a short runway, we have more than enough space as long as I actually trigger the reverser button. I say that because was it the first leg where I forgot to hit the reverser button and then I gunned it and we took off. Installed, but we made it. Here we go, a little faster than I would like for this short of a runway, but we'll lose the speed very quickly here. Left wing down, right rudder. Whoa, whoa, the wind stopped right. No, it didn't stop. It kind of stopped. Are we down? Reversers are engaged. Flaps coming in. Reversers disengaged. That wasn't very fun. Well, it was dramatic, but it wasn't very fun. But we did it. Alright, not sure what happened. It's like the wind stopped for a second. And I'm like, okay, great. And then it said, no, just kidding. And then we got wind again. So whatever. Final leg. Here we go. And they're letting us keep it running. So we got nothing to change or anything. We'll just set up autopilot in a minute here. First of all, where are we going for the final leg? MUHA. That sounds like fun. And not too long. 28 minutes or so. Let's put that away for a second. And let's quick check this out and see. No terrain at all. Good grief. So keep it at 2800. Vertical speed will go back to 1200 feet per minute, and nav is already set. So there you go. Autopilot's ready to go. Cool. Let's read about where we're going here, and then we'll do some sightseeing along the way. After lifting off at Colón Airport, turn into a course to the west-northwest and parallel the course of the Carretera Central de Cuba. That highway we've been following the entire bush trip. To the agricultural town of Jovellanos. It's a little tiny town there, a couple minutes out. And then we'll review a few of these here. Continue following the highway, passing the eastern periphery of a small line of forested hills. That's what we're looking at here. Continue the small town of Limonar. Limonar is located in the heart of the Matanzas province. Okay. Matanzas is one of Cuba's most economically important provinces. So there we go. 2 little towns. And then there's another little town. Gain visual on the bay. The bay is part of the Florida Strait, where the Gulf of Mexico and Atlantic Ocean meet. 100 miles due south of Key West, Florida. I almost went there in real life, but it got canceled. So we'll get close here in the sim. That's my point. The city is the capital of the province of the same name, located inland to the western end of the bay. Right there. Rich culture with history of poets, musicians, and dancers. 50 miles to the east of Cuba's capital, Havana. It's a popular tourist destination and home to a variety of museums, theaters, and cathedrals. Well, maybe I'll get there someday. Alrighty, when we get there, we'll come back and read about more. But for now, let's get in the air. First set of flaps down. We'll hold the brake for this one because it's kind of a short runway. And we'll be good. Alrighty, here we go. Spooling up quickly. Whoa, the wind is insane. It's probably going to make us tip. Yep. Okay, let's just get in the air. Oh, get in the air and go low for some speed. Brakes to stop the wheels. Flaps coming in. Emergency climb out. Do not hit those trees. Holy crap on a cracker. Oh my word. That was intense. But we could do it. We're going to hand fly out of here because we're beyond the GPS line. Although GPS is green, so it would pick it up. But holy moly guacamole. Alright, we'll get back on track. And then we'll head to the 3 towns in the line of low mountains. And that's where you'll hear my voice again. Oh, so beautiful here. And we'll read about the rest of the trip at that time. So here we go, autopilot engaged. What are we looking at? I was going to pick up my vertical speed, please. Why are you not picking up my vertical speed? Yep, autopilot. There we go. I didn't hit the button hard enough. That was my fault. Alrighty. Anyway, enjoy the views. I'll come back when we get to the big city by the bay. And we'll read about more then. Just give me one moment to give you some views to look at. And there's our bay and our city, and we're turning. And it's just absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look outside though, since I didn't really give much of an outside view, except for from far away because of those mountains. So there you go. There's the big city at the west end of the bay. Got some clouds rolling in. Makes it look beautiful, but hard to see. I love that we've been able to use live weather for this entire bus trip. It's absolutely fantastic. So that works out. Mountains over there. More hills. There's a big city, and all of a sudden we're out of the city, just like that. Nice river, too. You can see the ocean on both sides of the island and in front of us, because we're almost done. Almost done with this fantastic bush trip. Alright, so where were we? I don't know where we were. Here. Turn into south-southwesterly course over Matanzas and follow the general trend of the highway. Passing north or south of Guanavaco Reservoir, continue on course to the town of Aguacate. So there's a reservoir here, then the town, and then San Jose de las Lajas. Continue and sight the Stone Reservoir, which is right here. At the central part of the reservoir, pass over the city of San Juan de las Lajas. Okie dokie. You can read about the rest of that if you want to. I'm losing my voice. So reservoir, town, reservoir, big city. And then Havana. At San Jose de las Lajas, turn on to northwest heading and follow the central highway into Havana. Havana is Cuba's capital, most populous city with a population of over 2.3 million people. You can read about the rest of that too, because I can't read anymore. Other than it's important port for Spanish due to its location. Alright. And then last but not least, we land at Jose Martí International Airport, bringing this journey through Cuba to an end. So there we go. Alright, pretty straightforward stuff. Wow, that's amazing. Look at that. Looking ahead. More rolling hills. Alrighty, reservoir, town, reservoir, city, Habana, and then the airport. So there you go. I'm going to keep it under speed because it keeps creeping up on us here no matter what the wind is. And we'll give you sightseeing all the way through, and I'll see you when it's time to land the plane at the airport. See you in a bit. Alright, Habana, Cuba for the win. Big skyline there. Remember, in Spanish, H's are silent and V's are like a soft B. So, Habana. Our brains, though, American speakers, English speakers, will fill in the H and V. So we'll hear Havana, but you'll actually hear, but what they're saying is Habana, 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 Cuba. That's how it is. Sorry. Our brains will fill it into something else. Alright, 2 minutes away. We have to find the airport in this crazy weather. I already looked up the weather on the VFR map, and we're going to land straight in so that we have close to a headwind, even though it's 28 knots. So somewhere under there, let's turn off autopilot, is an airport, which I don't see yet. So we're going to rely heavily on the GPS to do this. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I wish we could look around more. According to the GPS, our nose should be pointing at the end of the runway. So let's move over. Oh, there it is right there. So let's move over a little bit more so we can have a nice straight in approach. Oh boy, yoke is not responding. Why is my yoke pointing up only? What the heck is going on here? First set of flaps down. Oh my word. Let's see here. This inspires me to do a Cessna citation longitude flight, like a small business flight, full flap. Why did my airplane point straight up? I'm pointing all the way down on my yoke and it's barely going down. There we go. Is it cooperating now? Oh, that was horrible. That happens a lot when you take off autopilot in this sim across a variety of aircraft. Anywho, let's finish this flight. Not that I'm in a hurry to finish it, but we're almost done with the bush trip. Again, not my top 10, but my top 20 favorites out of the near 50 or so that I've counted. Oh boy, where'd the runway go? Oh boy, the wind too. Good, close to a straight in wind. There's the airport in the fog right there. Not sure if you can see it, but there it is. And let me get comfortable in my chair. I'm kind of far away from my microphone here. And there we go. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have a pretty nice crosswind, aren't we? That's okay. We can handle it. Full flap. I know we're just crawling, and it's trying to load stuff, and it's getting jittery. What a bummer, because a couple flights ago we had insane clouds, insane weather, going over big cities, and everything was perfectly smooth because the servers were cooperating. And now today, the servers are being a butthead and making things very difficult. And why won't my yoke go down again? This is going to be a rough landing, folks. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hopefully we can do this without having to turn the crazy weather off. Come on now. How much do I have to trim down to get this thing to cooperate? What in the world happened? Ever since I took off autopilot, it's been all messed up. I thought I had control of it. It looks like I have perfect control, right, when you watch the video, but I'm fighting this thing to, like, descend here. Or not descend, but to point where I wanted to. There we go, that's better. I finally got the trim to cooperate. Must be a bug or something when you take off autopilot. It just, like, screws up the trim or something. Not sure. This happened in other aircraft, like I said. Okay, enjoying the views, although it makes for a difficult approach. Alright, super long runway, plus reversers, so we're not in a hurry to land necessarily. We have the time and space. However, that being said, when winds are this bad, you don't want to hang out in the air any longer than you have to. So, last time I'll say it for the series here. Crosswind from the left, so left wing down, right rudder, left main touches first, then right, then nose wheel, firm touchdown. Do not grease a crosswind landing because you could skid or roll over, which we have done in the sim before. And it does happen in real life. Alrighty, coming at a good speed. Maybe a little slow because of the gusts. Oh boy, we're just gonna ride this out here. Left wing down, right rudder. No, level it off. Let it coast. We're not in a super hurry. I don't know why we're not centered. That's my own problem. There we go. And reversers engaged. Flaps up on the brakes. And reversers disengaged. And there we go. Completing the Cuba bush trip. Wonderful. Alrighty, hopefully you enjoyed it. For you, there should be more bush trips in just a few weeks because I'm so far ahead. For me, it's going to be a couple months. But you're going to want to know when those next bush trips come out, or any other flight for that matter, or even Minecraft, maybe even Forza. You need to subscribe, turn on notifications. You need to hit the like button so people know we exist. There you go. There's my outro. I'll see you next time.